You throw away the bananas. You scrub the counter until it gleams. You seal every piece of fruit in the refrigerator. And then, 2 days later, those tiny dark specks are hovering over your sink again, as thick as ever. This happens because you have been solving the wrong problem. The fruit bowl is not where fruit flies live. It is where they eat lunch. Their real home, their breeding ground, their nursery. The place where hundreds of new flies are being born every single day is hidden inside your drain. And the reason you have never been able to get rid of them for good is that almost nobody knows this. Fruit flies are not random visitors. They are not simply attracted to whatever food happens to be sitting on your counter. They are following a very specific biological mission. A female fruit fly is searching for one thing above all else: a warm, moist, dark environment rich with decaying organic matter. She needs a place to lay her eggs somewhere her larvae can feed immediately after hatching. Your kitchen counter is a dining room. Your drain is a maternity ward. Here is what is actually happening inside your pipes right now. Over weeks and months, tiny particles of food, grease, soap scum, and biological residue cling to the inner walls of your drain. They build up layer by layer, forming a thick, slimy coating called biofilm. This is not just dirt. Biofilm is a living, self-sustaining ecosystem, a microscopic jungle of bacteria, fungi, and decomposing organic material packed into a dark, constantly moist tunnel. For a fruit fly, there is no better address on Earth. A single female can deposit up to 500 eggs directly into that biofilm during her short lifetime. The eggs are almost invisible to the naked eye. They hatch within 24 to 30 hours. The larvae feed on the surrounding organic matter for about a week before they pupate and emerge as fully formed adult flies ready to repeat the cycle all over again. This means that even if you kill every single adult fly you can see, the drain is quietly producing a fresh generation beneath your feet, every single day. Now here is where most people make the critical mistake. They reach for the bleach. They pour it down the drain and they hear the satisfying chemical smell and they assume they have done the job. They have not. Bleach is a liquid. It runs in a thin stream down the center of the pipe, following gravity. It barely touches the inner walls where the biofilm actually lives. And when it does contact the slime, it may kill surface-level bacteria, but it does not dissolve the physical structure of the biofilm itself. The slime remains, the eggs remain, the colony survives. A few days later, the adults reappear and the person is left completely baffled. Plain hot water has the same problem. A stream of hot water flushes through the center of the pipe. It does not cling. It does not penetrate. Without something to break the chemical bond holding the biofilm to the pipe walls, the hot water simply flows past the problem and down the street. To actually eliminate the colony, you need to do something different. You need to break down the structural integrity of the biofilm itself, physically detach it from the inner surface of the pipe, and then wash it completely out of the system. And you can do this with 2 ingredients that are almost certainly sitting in your kitchen right now. Start with dry baking soda. Pour about half a cup directly into the drain opening and let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. This matters. Baking soda is a powder and it clings. Given a little time, it will coat the inner walls of the upper drain section, reaching into the grooves and crevices where the biofilm is anchored. Think of it as preparing the surface, laying the foundation for what comes next. Then, pour in white vinegar. Use a full cup. Pour it slowly and steadily so it makes contact with as much of the baking soda as possible. The moment these 2 substances meet, a chemical reaction begins. The acid in the vinegar reacts with the alkaline baking soda to produce carbon dioxide gas. This is the fizzing you can hear and see. But the fizzing is not just a spectacle. That bubbling, expanding foam is physically attacking the bonds that hold the biofilm to the pipe wall. It is working its way into the organic slime from the surface down, breaking the sticky adhesion that has kept that layer cemented in place for months. Let the reaction work. Give it 15 to 20 minutes. Do not run any water during this time. The longer the fizzing foam sits in contact with the biofilm, the more thoroughly it degrades the structure. Patience here is not optional. It is the entire point. After the waiting period, boil a full kettle of water. Then pour the entire kettle down the drain in a single steady stream. This is the flush. The boiling water provides the thermal energy needed to melt any grease-based residue that is still clinging to the walls. It also carries the maximum possible force to push all of the loosened, chemically degraded biofilm completely through the pipe and out of the drain system. The combination, chemical breakdown followed by thermal force, is what makes this treatment genuinely effective where bleach and plain water fail. Now, while you are breaking down the colony inside the drain, there are still adults flying around your kitchen. These flies did not disappear just because their breeding ground is under attack. They are still looking for food, still looking for moisture, still looking for a new place to lay eggs. You need to deal with them at the same time. The most effective trap you can make at home requires 3 ingredients: apple cider vinegar, a drop of liquid dish soap, and a small pinch of active dry yeast. Pour about 2 inches of apple cider vinegar into a glass or a shallow bowl. Add 1 drop, just one, of dish soap. Then sprinkle a tiny pinch of active dry yeast on the surface and give it a gentle stir. Most people know about the vinegar trap, but the yeast changes everything. As it activates in the liquid, yeast releases carbon dioxide and trace chemical compounds that closely mimic the biological signals of a living, fermenting host. To a fruit fly's sensory system, this smells like the best possible breeding site in the room. The trap becomes magnetic. Flies that might have ignored a plain vinegar glass will actively seek out the yeast-enhanced version from across the room. The dish soap is what seals their fate. Normally, fruit flies are light enough to land on the surface of a liquid without breaking through. The surface tension of the liquid acts like a thin elastic film that holds them up. The dish soap destroys that film. It reduces the surface tension to near zero. The moment a fly lands on the liquid, it breaks through instantly and cannot get out. There is no struggle, there is no escape. The trap does its job. Place 2 or 3 of these traps near the drain openings where fly activity is highest. Leave them out for the entire duration of the treatment period. Replace the liquid every 2 days to keep it fresh and effective. Here is the part most people miss, and it is the reason many people try this method once, see some improvement, and then watch the problem return within a couple of weeks. Doing the baking soda and vinegar treatment once is not enough. Biofilm does not disappear after a single session. It grows back. New organic particles enter the drain every time you wash dishes or rinse produce. Within a week or 2, a fresh layer begins to form, and as soon as that fresh layer is thick enough, it becomes an attractive breeding site again. The flies find it again. The cycle restarts. To completely strip the pipe walls of existing biofilm and prevent a new colony from establishing, you need to run the full treatment: baking soda, vinegar, 15-minute wait, boiling water flush, on 3 consecutive days. 3 days in a row, not spaced out, not once every few days. 3 back-to-back treatments is what it takes to reach all of the biofilm across the full depth of the drain, including the sections that the first treatment may not have fully penetrated. After that initial 3-day reset, the maintenance is simple. Repeat the treatment once a week for a single month. 1 session per week is enough to prevent new biofilm from reaching the thickness required to support a fly colony. After that month, you can drop down to once or twice a month as a routine measure to keep the pipes clean. The reason fruit flies keep coming back is not bad luck. It is not because your kitchen is dirty. It is not because you live near an orchard or a garbage dump. It is because the environment inside your drain is continuously refreshing itself and offering exactly what these insects need to survive and reproduce. Remove that environment permanently, and they have nowhere to go. The house becomes inhospitable. The cycle ends. Understanding the source of a problem is always more powerful than endlessly treating the symptoms. Most pest solutions focus on the fly you can see. This one targets the colony you cannot. And that difference is everything.